Hey everyone, new topic for Online Gaming. This comes from Patreon supporter Timothy Luke. He says, "Hey Ryan, could you do a topic on your hardest gaming challenge you had to overcome as a kid? Awesome content, keep it up." Timothy, thank you so much for the topic, and not only that, but being a Patreon supporter, that means the world to me. You have absolutely no idea how much I appreciate that. So it's a great topic, but now here's the problem, Timothy. You submitted it, a few weeks ago, and so I had a lot of time to sit down and really think about it, and I legitimately tried to think about this for the longest time, and nothing is coming to me. Nothing is coming to me in terms of when I was younger, and I think what I'm really getting down to is, like, when I was younger, okay, so when I was, like, super young and, like, really adolescent, like, younger than 10, I wasn't very good at video games, so I really had no major challenge to overcome because I was really crappy at games. I never really finished games, and, if something was too tough, I just, like, moved on or whatever, or, like, just bought another game or something. And then, as I got a little bit older, past 10 and, when I was a teen and stuff like that, I wasn't really trying to overcome anything overly difficult in games, I guess. I mean, immediately when you say, your hardest gaming challenge, I'm immediately, like, thinking of tons of things I've done for trophies. But, as a kid, I didn't really have anything like that. I had no incentive to do trophies. I had no incentive to play games in the hardest setting and do extra, oddly specific tasks in video games. Like, I often never really did any of those things in the past. Usually back in the day when I would play games, I mean, even if I finished them, I mean, that was usually it for me. I finished the game and I kind of moved on. So I really can't think of anything. There's only a few instances I can really that come to mind. Like when I was really young and I was playing PlayStation and I was playing, I believe, Tekken 3, and I was doing the arcade mode on, like, one of the hardest settings, and I was getting my ass handed to me. And I specifically remember this very, very well as a kid because it was, like, making me so emotional, because I was so young. So I was just, like, I was trying so fucking hard, and it was Law. I couldn't get past Law because he would do that, like, complete backflip where his legs would kick you, and he just, like, the computer would just spam that move over and over again. It was pissing me off to no fucking avail, and I wanted to throw my PlayStation into a lava, into a volcano, into a lava. See, that's how angry it made me. I couldn't even properly tell you how angry it was making me. So, there was that, which I did end up, like, beating him finally. So I do remember that. Other things, I don't know, completing 100% in, I believe it was GTA 3 I did. I never did Vice City or San Andreas. I don't know. I did 100% for Crash Bandicoot back in the day. I felt pretty proud about that. That game can definitely be, like, a huge pain in the ass. So, I don't know. I mean, there's no big major thing that's jumping out at me. So I guess what this video is kind of going to turn into is not only, my phone just fell out of my pocket. I guess this video will kind of turn into multiple smaller stories because I guess I don't have many good stories as a kid, but again, like, I did a lot of crazy things for trophies. So a few other things I can mention is, like, in terms of greatest gaming challenges I've had, and I just recently, like, kind of realized this, is that I have a platinum for Grand Theft Auto 4 on PlayStation 3. Now, Grand Theft Auto 4 is notoriously difficult. It is a very tough platinum, and looking back at it, I didn't even think it was that bad, but, like, for some odd reason the other night I went to the trophy guide for it on PlayStationTrophies.org, and I just kind of, like, looked at, like, the roadmap and everything, and just, I don't know, I was, like, reading the guide again, and it said, like, 10 out of 10 difficulty, and, like, there's, like, these long paragraphs telling you, like, hey, you're getting yourself into a crazy game, like, this is going to take a long time. There's, some trophies are glitched. The network is hard to get your stats registered and everything, and, like, it's a huge pain in the ass. And I went through all that, but, like, I never really realized how difficult it was. I mean, that game did take me, like, 4 years to platinum. I mean, I did all the single player stuff, which is, like, you beat the game in under 30 hours, and then you collect everything to 100% and whatnot, and that's all well and good. But then there's all the online stuff. There's that infamous bronze trophy off Wedrish and Petrovic, which requires you to beat every game mode or something like that, or and then there was another one called Fly the Co-op, where you have to do, like, the 3 co-op online missions, but beat it under a certain time frame. And I specifically remember doing all these things, and it was like every night I'd get home, I'd get home from school, or I'd get home from work or something, and I would instantly like jump into GTA 4. I had a boosting partner. We both went through every single trophy on GTA Online, and we just spent hours doing it, and it was just the biggest pain in the ass. And there were so many trials and tribulations, and the best fucking part is we did not have a mic, so we would use PSN messaging. So whenever there was like a problem, or we needed to correlate something, or talk about what went wrong or something, we did it all over on the on-screen keyboard on PS3 and typed everything out and sent it to each other. So in between every round, we would just have like sort of a message back about what happened and everything. And it was just like, I remember that game being just such a long process for me, and I never really realized how difficult it was. But yeah, like that game was difficult. And it's like one of the rarest trophies to have nowadays is the Grand Theft Auto 4 Platinum, and I guess I'm proud to say that I have it. Another one, and I mean, I just talked about this in the trophy collection video, but one of the biggest trophies I'm really proud of is in Motorstorm Pacific Rift. There's a trophy for winning 3 online ranked races in a row, which I'll tell you right now. On the surface, that seems okay. It's really fucking difficult, especially with a racing game. I mean, you've got 12 other people in the lobby, 11 other people in the lobby, basically. And Motorstorm specifically is the kind of game where, it has so many variables to it with the tracks and the cars, and even when you're just driving through the environment, one little twig you touch on could possibly make you spin out and crash your car or something like that. So winning 3 online races in a row is just, it's the most anxiety-ridden thing ever. And I remember multiple times I would win, an online race, because there was also a trophy for reaching the last online rank. So I was just hoping the trophy would come naturally. And, I would be racing or whatever. I'd win one race, and then it's like, okay, whatever. Who knows if it's going to happen today? And then I actually win the second race. And then it's like, oh shit, I have a chance here. And then the third race starts, and it's like, oh my god, this is it. And then you start racing, and then you immediately, you come in 6th place or something like that. It's like, yeah, the trophy's just not gonna happen. But it just got to the point where I was on my second race, I won, and then I was on my third race, and I was like, I saw the finish line, I'm pulling through, I'm in 1st place, and I'm like, oh my god, there's no fucking way, this is really gonna happen. And boom, I actually passed it, and I actually did it. So that is another one that really stands out for me, where that was like a big gaming accomplishment for me. So I mean, that game, there's a few other platinums I've had over the years, but they weren't, I don't know, BioShock was a really tough platinum. These videos always turn into conversations about trophies, but that's the thing. Back then, I never really had the incentive to, accomplish things. There was I remember playing a lot of Nintendo games as a kid, and I would fully complete them, but I never, Nintendo games never really were overly difficult, I guess. A lot of the Mario games, I 100%, I 100% at Mario 64 and everything. Zelda. Like I said, those games aren't super difficult, so they never really stood out for me. So I guess it's your topic's good, but at the same time, I guess it's not good for me because I just don't have a good example of when I was younger. But I do have some great examples of amazing things I pulled off in games, and those are the things I did. Timothy, thank you so much for submitting that topic, and this is the most perfect topic, because this is the one that really encourages great comments. So by all means, let me know what your some of your greatest accomplishments were in games. If you're a trophy hunter like me, by all means, tell me some of the shitty hard trophies that you had to go earn. I know there's a few games out there where it's Wipeout HD is a pretty infamously difficult platinum. SOCON Confrontation is a tough platinum. Warhawk is another infamous platinum where it takes something absurd 4,000 or 5,000 hours, even though I believe you can boost that game now. Either way, by all means, write in the comments and stuff. Be cool, have a conversation, and I'll join you guys. And while we're at it, hey, Timothy was a Patreon supporter, and by all means, if you want to support this channel, go right ahead. Timothy supported at the Patreon level, where he submits a topic and his topic gets done pretty much right away. So thank you again so much, Timothy. I truly appreciate that. Any little amount that you want to give me is by all means way too generous of you, and I greatly appreciate that. And if you don't want to donate, by all means, don't do that. And keep submitting great topics, because at some point I'll get to them. I might not get to them right away, because these things take time, but if you are patient and you wait, then you shall receive. That sounded a little naughty. It kind of is. So that concludes this topic, and I'll see you all in my next video. Take it easy.